What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another Scum video. I hope we're all doing well. As always, thank you very much for your ongoing support on the channel, ladies and gents. Greatly appreciated. Now, here's a few things to note with the new edition of 0.9, especially with the new abandoned bunkers, which is the main focus of 0.9 right now. And here's a few tips that are really going to benefit, especially the newer players, if they don't have any idea of what to do here. So we're going to have a look here at the solar panels. Solar panels are the first thing. So if it is daytime, ladies and gents, these solar panels power the bunker to keep it locked. So you are either going to have to hack your way in, which we'll do in just a moment, or you're going to need a MasterCard to get your way through the entrance and through the bunker itself as well. So if it's nighttime, you can actually just open the doors without any hacking or any MasterCard. That is tip number one. Another handy tip here, ladies and gents, make sure you have suppressed weapons when you go into the bunker, and do not forget to take flashlights, improvised flashlights, M9 flashlights, weapon flashlights for all your rifles and your pistols, because you are going to need to see in the dark, and everything is audio based within the bunker, so make sure you are as quiet as possible, as everything is audio activated. Okay, tip number 3, ladies and gents, we're going to go into the bunker, but we're going to hack our way in. So I'm going to show you the first puzzle that we're going to come across, and this is not the most popular one. Multiplication, so you can either spam the hell out of it and get it right, or you can try and work it out as it is using multiplication here. So hit spacebar to start. At the bottom you'll see 160, 160. Output A and output B over this side. This is what the 160 and 160 need to be. Now on the left side of 160 you can see it's the red column, and the other side 160 you can see it's the blue column as well. So this one's fairly easy one. So output A is already actually 160, so we're fine. So we just have to work with the blue side. So you can see here the output B. So what we're actually going to do here, we're going to work this out from top to bottom, so we don't need to touch the red side. We just need to deal with the blue side. So let's minus 10. Actually, wait, let's divide it by 2. Right, and that's 80. And that's literally it. That's all we have to do there. So once you've done this, you can now press this handle. So if you look on the left-hand side at the bottom, you can now pull the handle, and this is now going to open. I would highly recommend to start crawling in like this, or crouching in, because now this is where you have to be very quiet. And that's tip number 3. Okay, again, for the purpose of this tutorial, ladies and gents, I've now set it to nighttime. Otherwise, every door that I go through in this bunker is going to be a multiplication hack, and we will be here all day. And I don't think anyone in the right mind is going to be doing this in the daytime, because it's just too much work, too much effort, and you're going to make life very difficult, because the alarms are going to constantly be going off and setting off all the Razers and stuff. So here's the next one. Silence. Audio is everything. So as you can see right now, I'm actually creeping my way through. In fact, I can probably press Shift E, turn my light off for the moment until we get down here. So the first thing we really want to look for is the generator room, but we'll get to that in a minute. I just want to show you guys how to get around from the Razers spawning, and you can hear them above you. Everything is audio activated here in the bunker. So this is what we have learned so far. So what we're going to do is we're going to open the door. And you got to have a lot of patience for this, guys. So you need to stay still and just listen around. Make sure there is nothing that's coming. Now you will hear them around you and crawling above in the vents. When you hear that, make sure you stay perfectly still. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down this way. So we're currently in Alpha. I think we're in level 1A, A block here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and try and find some fuses and get some power to this place, so we can actually crack on and get through. And I can show you guys the other. I can show you guys the next puzzle in just a moment. So just make sure that you are crouching like this. And yes, obviously stealth is going to be a great skill to have down here, and also medical at the same time. Now just bear in mind that when you do loot, look at your audio meter on the left-hand side. You do make sound. So whenever you hear certain sounds, do not even loot, just completely stay still, because sound is everything. Right, so now what we need to do, we need to get through this door to the generator. Now we are going to have to hack our way in here, which is a bit of a nightmare. And I think I just heard a Razer down now. But we're nice and quiet right now. This is where everything can go wrong. So we need to get into this room, guys, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to hit F, or hold F and go to hack card reader. So this is what we did before, and we're going to have to do this again to get into this room, guys. Okay, so let's do this. Let's have a little look-see around. and see what we can do. So output A needs to be 80 and output B needs to be 60. So 60 we just need to divide by 2. That's not a problem. And we need to take away 40. And that's pretty much it for that one. So output A is 80, output B is 60. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get into the room. Nicely done. And that was a fairly easy one. They're not all going to be like that, guys. So obviously, even when you get into this room, stay quiet, because they can drop from above as well within this room. Now start looting around and start finding some fuses, and then we'll go into the next tip. Okay, tip number 5, ladies and gents. What we're going to do is we're going to look at this next little puzzle thing. It's not really a puzzle, but like it's pretty simple to work out, really. So when you're looting around inside the bunker, you're going to find these little fuses. This one's a 200 amp, and you can go all the way up to 1000 amps as well. So if you look here, it takes 200 amps to basically power block A, and you can see all the rest of them there. If you go over the amperage, what's going to happen is you're going to absolutely blow the fuse, and it's not going to work. So if you want, you can actually, if you had different fuses like 200, 300, 400, you can manually put the one you want into your hand. So we've only got 200 here. We're going to attach this, which we've done. Now, like I said, if we go over the 200, so if we end up powering block A and B, which is 300, it's going to blow the fuse. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to power up block A, and then I can show you the next puzzle that we're going to get into. Also, note here at the bottom right, it actually shows you how long 200 amps will last for. 400, 8 minutes, 600 for 12 minutes, 800, 16 minutes, and 1000 is 20 minutes, which is amazing. So now, if we look outside here, what you're actually going to see is the bunker powered up. Okay, so now that we have the power generated, guys, you can only use these keypads here once the power is actually generated. Now, you're going to find some numbers on this keypad scratched out. Now, be sure to get it right. Otherwise, you are going to set the alarm off once again, and all hell is going to break loose. Okay, we need to stay silent here. When you hear that sound, guys, you know what to do. Very quiet. Not going to lie, it's not the easiest tutorial to make here in the bunkers, ladies and gents. Okay, so if we hold F over the keypad, so we have 3 digits. You can see the 3 digits that are grayed out, 1, 3, and 8. You can see these are the most used ones. Now, this isn't an easy one to do. It really isn't, and you're going to cause chaos down here. Even if you have a high level of thievery, I have a max level of thievery here for this guide. So basically what the thievery level does is gives you a little bit more time. Now, it could be any one of these 3. You might be lucky enough to find one with 2 digits, which is going to make life a lot easier. So as you can see here, we've got the 3 digits. So it could be any one of these combinations. So we're going to go for 318. There we go. Oh my, we actually did it. Wow, first time. That is a shocker, guys, and you'll realize why I have reacted that way. So once you find these little rooms, you can find some armories, you can find some gear inside as well, and stuff like that too. So you can find some ammo, you might even find some guns, and stuff. And yeah, that is that tip there, guys. Okay, so for the next tip, ladies and gents, make sure that you are looting the areas that you are around at the same time. Because what's going to happen is you're going to find something called a level 1 keycard. Once you get the level 1 keycard, you're not going to have to manually open these doors or anything like that. You can just walk straight through them. Now, obviously, depending on the areas that you are in, you can only use this keycard on level 1, and when you get to level 2, you will then have to search and look around for the level 2 keycard if you do that. That was a nice kill right there. And we've got another one down here as well. So you can see one of these, and we're about to go down to the next level, I think. Level 2, I think, is through this area. So if we're nice and quiet, you can actually see here that these Razers aren't really going to be a nuisance until either you get too close or you make a certain amount of noise, which you can see. So even if I shoot this puppet here, you can see that they're not really a nuisance at all until I make noise physically in front of them like this. And then it will spot me, and then it will wake up. There we go. That one was a little bit sleepy there, I'm not going to lie. Right, so this is going to take us down to level 2, guys. This is where the fun begins. So, yeah. And don't forget, you're watching this and thinking, well, you're doing this on your own, guys. I've died a few times already. I'm not going to lie during this. I've had to run back to the bunker to come back in. This is no joke. This is extremely difficult to do. especially on normal settings, which server owners can change. So we're going to keep going down. Now, we've had a look in this room, guys, and we've managed to find a level 2 key card. So basically, you're going to find something like this, which is the level 2, and it expires in an hour. You realize these actually expire after a certain amount of time, so you really are limited once you find these cards. So the level 2 key card is going to give us all access to level 2. Now, what we need to do is we need to get to the generator room. You can hear Brenner from here, yeah. Pretty terrifying stuff. We need to find the generator room for level 2, which I think is here, and we need to go and put a fuse in. And we need to power up the levels down here now. And I think... Right, we can go and power this up now. Let's attach the fuse. And so I am now down here. So now we have got some different areas. A, B... C and G, A, B, C, and H we could actually do, and G. There we go. Okay, so we've powered up the areas down here now, and now I can go and show you some of the cool stuff. So as you go down, more things occur. Okay, so we've got more loot areas down here you can go check out. And we also have some of the areas of where, obviously this is the lore part kick in here, guys, where the experiments were handled down here, and this is basically everything. Right, okay guys, here's the tasty room. This is where we're going to be able to upgrade our BCU modules. Now, obviously for the sake of this guide, otherwise I'll be here all day, I have actually spawned these ones in. Now, if you look in the corner, you can see it says 16 out of 16, so these are actually already charged. So if you find these empty, you can actually bring them down here, and you can hold F, and it requires a BCU module that's empty to charge up, and we've actually charged these. Now, around the bunker, you're going to find these Intelligent Enhancement Ampules level 3, and you've got a level 1 there that you find off of the Razers. Now, if we have a quick look at my metabolism, you can see I've already enhanced my intelligence up to 5.1 by drinking one of these. I'm going to drink one of these, and these ones are temporary, by the way, so just bear in mind. So now that I've drunk that, we've got 5.1. Okay, we're not going above 5.1 for some reason. I'm going to try and drink this one and see what happens, because I did just drink one of them, so I think this one might take over. No, it doesn't. It still stays at 5.1. Okay, that's not really an issue there, because I did take a more powerful one, so it's boosted my intelligence. Not sure if you can get above that. I'm guessing you probably can if you've got a level 4, if there is a level 4. But these ampules you can drink either way, guys. If just look at it in a very simple way, the ampules you can drink while you're down here to keep everything temporary, so you can just boost things, especially if you've got a medical skill under your intelligence there, and that is going to be huge. I've got a basic, so that's not really good right now in this situation. Okay, so looking at these grey, purple and gold and blue memory modules here. Now that I've got these charged, I could take these direct to a trader, and these would get put into me indefinitely, right? And my intelligence will go all the way through the roof. But what's going to happen is I can also right click it, and I can attempt to install it myself. So depending on my medical skill, which is obviously very basic, so I've only got a 25% chance because the devs did hotfix it. They gave it a buff and took it back up to 25%. What's going to happen here is I'm going to try this. So we've got 2 uses here out of the gold, so you can see this. See where it says 2 out of 2. Or actually, okay, so it's actually taken everything, and its BC upgrade has failed, obviously. So I could attempt to take it. Again, I could take another one. Like I said, for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to see what happens. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, or by the end of this video, I'm going to take it to the medical trader, and we're going to go and get those installed. But what I'm actually going to do first is I'm going to show you Mr. Brenner, and I'm also going to show you the armory areas around him downstairs as well, that you can see, which is absolutely crazy. There's another ampule here, just some stuff I just spawned in for the video, guys. So I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but basically the abandoned bunkers is just an area simply to get loot, obviously like the old bunkers, but now we have a chance to upgrade our intelligence BCUs via this little machine down here as well. and obviously charging up these memory modules. But if your medical isn't high enough, just don't even bother. Just don't even bother putting it in yourself, because you are going to fail it. So the best way to do it is take it to a medical trader, pay a fee, and they will put it in and install it, and it would work guaranteed 100%. Okay, so let's go see Mr. Brenner and his little area. Right, so we're just coming down to Brenner's lair, ladies and gents. Now, for the last part of this tutorial, because I've actually already been out and come back home, and I just want to get this tutorial done, I have actually put on God mode, which you can see here, which enables me to open the doors, because I want to show you the armories when we get to them, okay? Now, for all the other parts of the tutorials that you just seen was not on God mode. And I can assure you that was the case, and it's taken me way long just to make this one tutorial. But I want to try and explain things while I'm doing it as well, and the wheres and the wires and everything else. So hopefully you guys have seen everything you needed to. So I'm going to show you Brenner's lair, and down here is where you're going to find the armories and some of the good stuff as well. So this is basically what I want to show you here. So we're going to take him out. And we're going to take him out as well. So now we're going to stay quiet, and we're going to work our way down. Doesn't matter if you've got God mode on for this. The only reason why I put God mode on is so I can open the doors when we get down to the actual armory. So here we go. And I'm also going to show you a couple of other things once we get down here as well, so at least everyone can get to see the bunker. Now, you know when you're going down to Brenner's lair, you go from level 2, and then you go down. You go along the corridors and you go down again. So here we go. This is Brenner's lair, ladies and gents. Now, this is where you're going to need the key cards, and like I said, at night time especially as well, because you don't want to be manually opening this door because you've got Mr. Brenner over there. Now, if you're in with a squad, you can get Brenner out of there, okay? That's not going to be a problem, and then you can get someone to come down and do juicy work. So as you can see, Mr. Brenner is over there behind us. I'm going to open this door here, and then I'm going to close this door as well. So he hasn't heard us yet. We haven't made a sound. And this is why suppressed rifles and suppressed pistols, any weapon that's suppressed, needs to be the case, because otherwise you're going to, as you can see, we just shot a few monsters there. So here we go. This is it. So what I'm actually going to do here is we're going to go through this door. So I'm not going to bother with the keypad, because I'm going to use God mode to open it. And as you can see, we don't even have the power on down here right now as well. So I'm actually going to turn off God mode right now. If I can get the right one. So I'm going to turn off God mode. And as you can see, we can go up to here. These aren't locked, actually. I'm very surprised. This is the reason why I've just turned off God mode. So these aren't actually locked. Unless they are powered with zappers once you actually turn the power on. So I might just go and do that now. I might just go and turn the power on to this area and just see if these are locked and they have zappers on. I just want to double check for you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to cut it here. No, they're not. Okay, they're saying they're completely open. Okay, so these are locked. So you're going to have to lockpick these ones here, which you can see. So you can see this actually has a gold lock on this one. Okay, for the sake of this then, so you make sure you got your stuff. So I'm actually going to just loot inside and see what sort of loot you're going to get. Look at that, ladies and gents. Look at the top right there. Look at the sort of loot that you're going to be pulling from these. That is an incredible amount of loot. Oh my god. So obviously we're using the admin unlock here. So I can actually just show you the loot that you're going to find in these areas. What's up here in this one? Okay, we've got the M16. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, it takes a lot to get down here, though, to be fair. And you can see another rocket launcher there. And what we got in this one? We've got an 84 heat. What's in this one up here? You can see the Mark 18. There is a ton of loot and a load of MVGs and armor shit. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so, ladies and gents, this is pretty much the armories. And don't forget, it's not just this one. And you've got one on the wall there as well. If we go around this side... gonna keep God mode on here just so I can show you this stuff. Look at this, and as you can see, there are 3 rooms for the armory. This is the main armory. Look, M82 and everything else as well. Look at that, C4 parts, massive amounts of ammo. Wow. And it really and truly is the biggest armory Now, trying to get down here alive is going to be a challenge because obviously you've seen everything you've had to do here. So I know this video's been a bit long, guys, and I'm going to go to the medical at the trader now. And what we're going to do is we're going to go put that module in, and we're going to go check that out and see what that's all about at the medical trader. So let's go. Okay, so once you get to the medical trader, what you want to do is just click tab, go into inventory, right click, and you can buy a BCU upgrade for 5,035 hits. So we're actually going to do this, and we've actually boosted up to 2.6. Now, what I'm actually going to do here, ladies and gents, I'm actually just going to show you this. So I'm just going to spawn another one of those in. Okay, so we have 16 out of 16 here. So you can see this module requires a high amount of data. Now, just to remind everyone that you can only do this once, and then you have a 6-hour cooldown. But if you want to upgrade your intelligence massively, you're going to need to do this multiple times at that generator in that room, that yellow machine, basically, that uploads the data to these. That gives you your intelligence. Like I said, if you've got a low medical, you're most likely going to fail it. So go to the trader, right-click, and as you can see, just before we do it, intelligence is 2.6. And once we right-click and we pay another 5,000, we're now at 3.1. So you can see that it is worth it if you really want to sort of get up there with your intelligence, or you can just do it by skilling and stuff like that as well naturally, but this is a way to do it. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gents. There is also a way you can extract Mr. Brenner's blood as well if you do shoot him, which is going to be very risky, and you can extract his blood for Phoenix Tears as well. Which we will get into on another video. So I know this one's been quite long today, guys, but I want to give you kind of like the lowdown. And just remember, let me just spawn these in here again. So if I just spawn this in, so remember these ones, these intelligent enhancement ampules. Remember, these only last for a certain amount of time. So these are temporary, whereas the modules are permanent. So while we drink this, we're at 3.1. And as you can see, that ampule will boost that to 6.1 there. And that will only last for like an hour or so. So it's not actually permanent in any way, shape or form. But the modules are permanent, guys. Okay. Now, I'm not going to lie. This was the hardest tutorial I have actually had to make. I'll see you again. It really has been a challenge to record this, not just with timing, but just the way that the bunkers are and stuff. Because you actually have to go through the ropes to get the tutorial done as well, and that's taken some time and a lot of recording to get everything looking smooth for you guys. You got the good run now. Let's just put it that way. So appreciate everyone's support on the channel as always. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And the more we learn, guys, the more I'm going to be making videos and showing you guys exactly how some of this stuff is done. So if you did like it, like I said, hit sub, hit like, and that would really help the channel out massively. And I hope you guys look forward to more videos in the future. Stay safe, guys, and I'll catch you on the live stream soon. Take care.